All right. So, I didn't want there to be a note. I didn't want there to be anything. I just wanted to be done. There was nothing to say in a note. I didn't hate anything that anybody had done. I didn't blame anybody. There was just do it or don't do it.
I seemed fine, but I wasn't every single day. I mean, I felt like I was numb and like a little bit like that empty feeling on the inside. But people don't see that. They're not really looking for it. They want the drama that comes with it, but they don't want the actual problems to fix.
I felt broken, hopeless, like I was never going to escape the pain of all of the things that had happened to me. It was hard to feel like you're not in control of your mind, that you're fighting this battle and trying to develop who you are as a person when you can't even be bothered to get out of bed in the mornings or eat a meal. It's hard.
When I didn't have anything to do, it'd just be me not going to school. By the time I left the house, opened my mouth for the first time, my jaw was cracking and clicking because I hadn't actually said anything over the course of a week. I didn't feel like anybody was even there to experience that or would understand it.
At the time, I had a lot of struggles with family, with my mom. I was pushing a lot of my good friends away, and I wasn't paying attention to who I was talking to, what I was doing, and what I was doing to myself.
I had been dealing with bipolar disorder, undiagnosed at that point, and just feeling remarkably alone.
I was sexually assaulted in my undergraduate studies. So that combined with my anxiety and my severe clinical depression that I've been battling for I don't even know how many years, everything just kind of came to a head.
I found myself drowning, like completely drowning.
Everything from that week is just, the roar is like this roar of wind. It's this roar of complete chaos.
It would just be easier just to sleep and not wake up, not get in another fight with my mom and disappoint her, not give another reason to tell myself, oh, your dad doesn't call because of this.
I just started having this panic attack after a fight with the girl that I was dating, which turned into me sitting in the shower with a knife for like 4 hours.
I was here on campus. I was in one of the bathrooms having a complete meltdown, and I grabbed my X-Acto knife out of my backpack and I put it to my wrist and
One of my friends actually bought the stuff for me that I OD'd on and was actually pushing that it might actually be a good thing. I was rushed to the hospital and I was pretty dead. I was pretty gone. If it had been 5 minutes later or whatnot, I probably wouldn't be here.
Just as I was about to do it, someone knocked on the stall door and asked me, "Are you all right?" I paused for a second, knife in my hand. No, I'm not fine. And that was the first time I had really allowed myself to admit that I was not keeping it together.
And the next step was, turn off the shower and I literally ran and jumped as far under the covers as I could because I was freezing cold at this point. More than anything else, I was just thinking about my parents and my brother, and actually my dog, and how much I would miss them, and that I just didn't want to be without them. And I didn't want to do that to them.
I just wanted someone to realize that I needed help, that I needed someone to talk to.
The fear of disappointing the people that you hold in high regard is really just a huge weight that hangs over your head all the time, and you're worried that if you tell them how you feel, that they'll see all of this ugliness, this darkness, and this weakness inside you.
It's not easy just to come up to someone and say, I want to kill myself, I want to die, I'm done with everything.
Actually understanding that somebody wants to kill themselves is a completely different and alien thing for a lot of people, and it's terrifying. It doesn't make sense.
I sat down for a couple months with a therapist and my mom, and I started, saying things in the way that I needed to say it.
And it was the first time that I had been able to separate myself from the things that were afflicting me.
Everything involves change of lifestyle, which is hard, and it's hard to adapt to, but it's necessary.
My mom, what would happen to her? And my friends who have put time and effort into our friendships, what it would do to them. It just rips people apart, and it doesn't help the community.
You're not broken. You might be cracked and scuffed and scarred, but you are never broken.
Your experience, as terrible as it is, has been gone through. You can work through it, and that there are other people who will help you work through it.
The point is to, live, to create happy memories, is to affect people around you.
The things that you hate about yourself now will someday be things that you overcome and that make you a stronger person.
Those who love me give me hope.
Don't give up. Fight. Fight as hard as you can.
I am strong. I'm worth it. And I think everyone else around me is worth it too, but you have to start with yourself.
By not addressing the issues young men and women are facing, we're essentially putting them in a different room and not offering them the support and the help that we should be. So that's why we have to talk about this.